Hey, good morning everybody. Sarasota Tim. I'm getting ready to make a couple of videos. I've got a review I'm going to do, and I got an issue now. It's always something, right? With my DJI microphone setup. And there's a charging case that the two transmitters, which are the microphones, and the middle piece, the receiver that goes on the end of my iPhone here, that plugs into the USB-C. It charges up, and then it tries to link to the transmitters or something, the best I could figure from AI, and then it discharges itself. So it goes up, then down. And so I forgot about it. I'm getting ready to make a video on a review of a product I've got, and I'm going to have to charge the receiver. There is a USB-C on all the devices. If you don't have the charging case, you can simply, plug each individual item, the transmitters, the microphones, and the receiver via USB cable. So I have it in the house right now charging. Won't take long to get it up to a little bit of power so I can do my review. But I'm giving you this. I'm getting cheap on you. I'm giving you this video. I'm going to cook a little bacon here. I was on my way out the door. I was going to ride the motorcycle. Then I said, I got to do this review. And then I had the dead mic. So I said, I haven't eaten anything. I was going to go get some coffee because I drank all that I had in my pot and I have no water. I went to the store the other day and forgot water. Now I'm buying gallon waters now, but I go through it quick. So I'm just going to load up and put some in my storage back here. But I'm going to put on the point of view deal here so you can see. I can use my hands and show you what we're going to do. We're going to cook on the Suburban griddle here. Let's get it fired up and warmed up while you're watching there. Gas on, clear prop. Is it going to be first time every time? Never. It's always the second time. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, first time every time. It's going to be a good day. All right, so let that heat up. Looks like you could use a little seasoning, a little bit of oil. I've got some spray stuff that goes on the griddle. But let me take you off the tripod now, and let's walk around, going back in and out, get the bacon, cut it open, do a few things like that. All right, here we go. All right, we are recording, and let me put you out on a little bit of a wider angle. There we go. Let's go in the house and get this bacon. Let there be light. I already buttoned up the house and pulled the shade down. Let's let a little light in here. Beautiful day. Gonna be a high of 78, I understand, here in Bradenton, Florida. I bought something different. Look, I got thick cut bacon. Well, let's try it out. Thick cut. We're also doing 4K video, baby. I've been just racking my brain about how to do 4K video. I want the best video for you guys and audio, which is more important than anything. And I'm working on that too. Everything is a learning and everything is money. Money and learning. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Gotta take my trash out. So let's get conservative here. Let's go with this many pieces of bacon since they're thick. That's got to be equivalent to at least one or two more than what I've got on there. And I have looks like four pieces. Now I think I'll wait and let the bacon just season the griddle. I don't think I need any additional seasoning at this point. Oh, I bought these half-gallon bags because I thought the gallon bags were too. Oh my gosh! I need a gallon bag now. I could cut this in half, couldn't I? I could fold it in half. Tear that off. Do it like this. So I was reading through the comments this morning, and I answered a few, but I do read them all. I want you guys to know I really appreciate all you routine, regular commenters. You know, I look at other videos like the ones that I watch, iPhones, retirement, you know, motorcycling. I mean, these people are getting like 1,200, 3,000, 700 comments. Why do I only get like 6? Well, now I get like 20. All right, let's get our little deal here. You know, the thing that goes around my chest, there's a strap to keep this thing from flying out like that when I bend over. And I never wanted to use it, and now I want to use it, and I can't find it. But whatever. You got to be tough. Get you a bungee cord. But we're going to see how the moto vlogging works out with the put this here. So I just let that get hot, and then they'll start to separate. And we'll go ahead and turn it down a little bit. Make sure it's still on. Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas. A little sneak peek in what I'm getting ready to review right there. I'm really, really excited about it. Very excited. Little gunge on there from the gungy griddle. See that? It slides off. That's where I need a fork. Start playing like an Asian chef. Another one should come off now. And it's not so thick. I don't seem so thick. That piece is very thin. Don't get cheap on me. Start making some fat. Turn it down. Yeah, it's a racetrack out there. You know, I Googled on AI this morning, why do I hear so many sirens all the time right where I live here? And I got the answer. Not only is it the ghetto and high crime, no. We have several emergency hospitals, trauma centers, urgent cares, and you name it, in the area here. And so these ambulances are coming from wherever to these facilities. Oh, you hear that? Yeah, I think he's on a racetrack. That's one of the reasons right there. Oh, this ain't no thick bacon. Who are they kidding? But yeah, that's why. Then I started, you know, Googling the crime rate per 100,000 versus Sarasota, and then, man, Tampa, Jacksonville, Miami, Palm Beach County, all these other bigger cities have much higher crime rate than we do here. But we have like somewhere around 3,000 people per 100,000. Now, I don't know if it's violent, stealing from them, what the deal is. But those numbers are always relative to the population. You go to small cities, of course, small towns, low crime rate. I used to, when I was really young and I had my business, I used to want to go to where, you know, cities were pretty, you know, medium-sized, not metropolitan like New York, for me to sell in. And I found this book called Places Rated Almanac, and it had different criteria that you could look for to decide where you want to live. And it always inevitably turned out to be places that had high crime were the best places to live, because the numbers just all go up. You know, the more people are there, it's because they're there for a reason. There's other things, climate, just different things. So I ended up selecting, you know, San Diego, and then Atlanta, Charlotte. Charlotte now, wow. Whew, I was there not too long ago. You talking about, you can't even recognize it. When I was there, they were building the, what was it, the 485? It's a perimeter freeway that goes around it. Like in Atlanta, they have a perimeter of the 285. 475 goes around Macon. That's just a little country thing. But up in Charlotte, they finally got it done. It took years. They even started and stopped. And then now they went crazy. And all around that perimeter on the inside and outside track, they have built countless subdivisions, apartment complexes, shopping, and the like. And the Queen City now has basically expanded huge. And a lot of people are moving there. And the values are better than some, higher than most, because it's still a very desirable place, just like Nashville and stuff. But one thing they don't have in the criteria, excuse me, that I demand, and that was always something that I looked at in that book to decide where I wanted to live, was climate. I just don't do cold weather. I don't want to do it for 3 months. I don't want to do it for 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks is like a lifetime. I could probably do that. But these places that have, like Atlanta, it's cold 6 months of the year. The fall and the winter, part of the spring, it's a late spring there, are freezing. In the fall, you have these like 60, 70 degree days, and then the next day, it could be 50, 40, 30s at night. It's nuts. And Charlotte is at a little higher latitude. They get even a colder winter. But a lot of people move there because why? There is a beautiful part of our country there with the Smokies and all that kind of stuff. But there's jobs, baby, J-O-B. And people got to earn. And you don't have jobs in Florida. This is where people bring their own money. This is retirement land. Yeah, there's jobs, but it's a very unique, select niche. A lot of entrepreneurs. Landscaping's big. But as far as corporations and everything like that, like Atlanta, they have a corporate headquarters for every major corporation in the world. Don't look at it too long. That's just a sneak peek. I'll show you what I got going on. As soon as I get this bacon going, I'm going to begin that and get my microphone charged up. I got to do a good job for the company that sent it to me. I reached out to that company and asked them if they would like to send me another product that I want so bad. I'm probably just going to have to end up buying it. Funny thing is on YouTube, this product that I want, they sent them to numerous content creators. Numerous. That's how I discovered it. I discovered it first by Michelle and, well, here I go again. Keep forgetting Michelle's husband's name. I don't even want to guess. I was going to say Jim, but I'd just be guessing. They had one of these six-sided gazebos up at the campground where I was at in Georgia at Duckett Mill. And it was the coolest thing I ever seen. It was so cozy. They had lights up on the ceiling, and it was huge inside. They had furniture in there, like, outdoor furniture, like the little chairs and a little love seat thing. And their two dogs were in there, and those two were in there, and I was in there with them, and it wasn't even crowded. And it had 6 sides to it, and it was screened in, and you also could put like a private side curtains on it for bad weather or privacy. They just had the screens going. And it's just awesome for like getting away from the bugs and feeling like you're in an enclosed area. It gives you an extension of your RV to have, and everybody around here is doing it. Everybody. And so I want it. So I reached out to this company and I asked them, if they'd like to, you know, I'm a YouTube content creator, and if you would like to do a collaboration, you know, and send me one. And they sent me an email. I thought they forgot about me, but their PR department, affiliate program department, did reach out to me with an email with, I don't know, a dozen products that they said, here's some things that we would like to promote for the month of December. You know, as they have certain times of the year they do things, and choose any one of these. You know, would you be interested in any one of these? And I said, let me look them over. And what I chose, I actually want more than the gazebo. So I'm really happy it worked out, and I'm going to be reviewing it this morning. It's something that you need, I need, have needed for a long time, and it is so darn cool. Best you'll ever see in your life. All right, look at this bacon just processing as we gab right along here. Let's walk over and take a look at the bite. I had to chamois it down this morning. It had dew all over it. I didn't even put the cover on last night. Bad boy. Didn't put the battery tender on there. I did add my rack. This was given to me by the previous owner also. So you can bungee down a bag, a cooler, whatever you want, and haul more. You can put something up here and bungee it down, and you can put something back here. And they've got these bags that are designed to fit this area. And then, of course, you've got your trunk and your 2 saddlebags. So between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you've got 6 bags, 6 areas to. And then on this back here, you can literally, I think they have a bag, and another bag goes on top of it. Or, you know, you can get a really big bag that's really tall here. So it's almost equivalent to like 8 different bags. And for a solo rider, that will work for me. And I'm telling you, folks, I am ready to go. I'm watching now videos on travel. Some of the ones I know a lot about, but I'm watching some new ones about bags and ways to pack. And believe me, you can just go to Walmart and buy any kind of a bag. You can throw a garbage bag over it. You don't need to buy that $300 per bag, you know, that's contoured to the back seat, or it will fit, you know, in the trunk. Now I did order, and they were cheap. They were $59. The saddlebags on the side, they're small now compared to the old Goldwing I had. And so I have these contoured bags that go in there, because when you open those up like this, you know, things can just fall out. So if you just put everything in those bags and they zip up, they're soft luggage, and you put it in there, then they got little handles on them. You can take them, and that can be like, you know, your overnight stuff to go to the shower or at the campground or a hotel if you had to get one if it was bad weather or something. So how I pack it is still something I gotta kind of figure out. All right, this is done. Turn that off. Let's put it on the plate here. And I'm going to use a paper towel. Just going to let it, because I need that fat. I need that grease. Ooh, that's hot. Put that down right here. And let's scrape this griddle. This is the fun part, like at Waffle House. Now I do feel a little rough there, so I'm going to have to do that. See how that grit, that needs to go bye-bye. All right, we got it. You like that? You like that noise, huh? Go slow. Down in the tank you go. This little black handle thing there, I have to empty it every now and then. Holds quite a bit. I know a lot of you always tell me about saving bacon grease to reuse, to cook with, but I think I should make myself some scrambled eggs on here. Should we do it? Well, my, let's see if this will light first time every time. Here we go. Oh, it took 2 times. But let's get that hot again. And let's go get some huevos. I just bought some. And I want some. Here we go. How many do we want to eat? I'd say at least 3, right? At least 3 of these, baby. Let's take the whole thing out. We're going to put the eggs on there. What a life, folks. What a life. Camping out. Here, I'm going to use my tailgate here. All right, let's get let's get 2 eggs going here. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And 1 to grow on. These are small eggs. So I'm 193 pounds. And of course I'm trying to get to that 185 I've always talked about. 180, 185. A little bit of a belly, but it went down. I grew it. I grew my belly when I was... Ooh. Let's taste one. Taste a bite. Good grease, all of it. Love that grease. That's what gives it flavor. Anyway. I got no water for coffee. I drank all I had. You guys are like, no coffee? I had some. I drank it. Okay, I got my spatula for the eggs. I'm good. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, yeah, I'm 193 pounds, and probably one of the reasons why seemed like I'm not real heavy after how bad I went. I didn't go completely bad. I haven't gone to the gym. I think I lost my muscle weight. Oh, what a disaster that was. Look at that. We'll let that cook for another second and I'll flip her. It's going to be good with that bacon, isn't it? You can taste it. You know that flavor, how, runny yolk goes with the bacon, baby. Yeah. Some neighbors walking around with their dogs. See the wing there? So listen to this. This is interesting news. When I left Lido Key last night over on St. Armands, I got back over the bridge at Ringling Bridge, and I was heading back towards Bradenton here to the ghetto. And I decided to stop and see if I could have some better internet out there at a gas station to upload that 4K 60 frame per second video, because I knew if I came home it might not be till Thursday before that got up. And I couldn't believe it. It zipped up. And I'm just sitting there chilling. Turn that off. And this guy walks by and he compliments the bike. Super nice guy. We hit it off immediately. I was too happy to tell him about my bike, and he was enthusiastic about inquiring and having questions. And he had a bike. He moved to Miami. Miami sucks. Miami's dangerous. You can't even drive your car down there without almost getting killed. So we went on and on and on. Turns out the guy is an employee of one of these golf courses over on Longboat Key. Now, if you don't know Longboat Key, that's basically like Lido over there. And if you go to the north, right from Lido and come out of St. Armands, you go right into Longboat Key, and all the way, you know, if you go far enough, you'll go to Bradenton Beach and Coquina Beach. So we got to talking. He said, "Do you golf?" I said, "Oh, heck yeah." He said, "I can get you in on the golf course." I said, "Really?" So we got each other's phone number, and I'm going to be reaching out to him for sure to do some golfing. And I feel really fortunate that I was just stopped there and I met this gentleman, Mr. Lou. Such a nice guy. In fact, he had his fiance with him. He said, and we were talking, I'm talking a long time. And he said something about, well, my fiance is waiting out there. I got to go. I go, you got somebody waiting on you? I said, I'm so sorry. But he said, no, I'm talking to you too. This is my new fork I got at Walmart yesterday. A single fork. This is hard. It doesn't cut your hand. It's not a knife like them cheap ones I had. I bought one. All I needed was one. I have, I think, one or two more in there, but that's all I needed to add to my arsenal was one more. See, I got this charging. You put it in this thing, it goes dead. The, what do you call it? Oops. The transmitters, the microphones, you can see they're fine. They stay fully charged. And you put this piece in there, it charges it, and then it discharges it because, I don't know, it's a mess. All right, folks, thanks for viewing. Look forward to my review video that's coming up and some moto vlogging. I'm going to literally try to video riding the bike today as we get out and try out my new audio with my lavalier mic. But look at this. This is crushing it.